Hello. Let's get some streaming music going. Yeah, this is a impromptu Wednesday edition of the Overbound show. We're going to play Time Twisted. We've got a new version, mostly by JT Noob, with some of the UI done by Alex Carulian? I don't know. I always want to say it like King K. Rool, to be honest with you. But yeah, you should follow those guys on Twitter if you haven't. JT. Yeah, I'm gonna link him here in the chat real quick. Here's JT, and I'll throw in Alex as well. Alex, there you are. K. Roolin. I think it's Alex K. Roolin. That H always throws me. Hey, Sega Steven. I saw you message me, but I didn't see what it said. Sorry. So I'll have to check back with that. If you guys could like the video. Got 0 likes. So sad. Yeah, we're gonna try out the drop dash in Time Twisted here in just a second. Actually gonna kill this music because we're gonna have in-game music. I have to do everything with this little mouse pad because my laptop doesn't have enough USBs. Okay, so then I just need this up. This needs to be set to this. And there we go. You guys can see it is coming up here. A little bigger. Actually, I think I'll go full screen with it. And might make myself a little smaller too, so I'm not taking up so much space here. So much fun having all these controls and stuff. Okay, so we've got a game to play, and it's called Sonic Time Twisted. I think I can F2 to restart. Yeah, we'll just kick it back. Hopefully the audio is good and everything. No chat on the screen, I guess. Sorry, I'm clicking in and out of the game, so it's like freezing. Because I was thinking about putting the chat on screen. Pop out chat here. No. Okay. Just need this. Sorry, guys. Just 1 second. It was prompt to stream, so it's that'll do it. And I just gotta bring this down. Turn it on, I guess. So I think I'll drop it over here where the scores and stuff. You guys won't be able to see my rings and stuff. At least you can see your chats and stuff. Okay, so let's get going for real now. I wish the game didn't freeze every time. I think there's an option I could actually change that, but I haven't. Yeah, JT. Yeah, I tried to stream earlier because I know it's 11 p.m. there and stuff, and maybe Saturday we'll go earlier. I don't know if you'll be able to make it or not, but either way, we'll try to go earlier in the day. Maybe the 11 o'clock time we used to go at, we'll go. Just kind of switching back and forth because there's a lot of people overseas, not in America, that live in different time zones and stuff. So maybe Saturday. I was thinking. Okay, so. Oh, it's set on key. Wait, no, this isn't what I want. I don't even know how to do this. Device use gamepad. So why is my gamepad working? Okay. I've been having a little trouble with my gamepad. I don't think it's Time Twisted. I think it's my gamepad. Well, sometimes when I have Steam open, I've been having troubles. But maybe I'll just play with keyboard if this is going to be a problem. Oh, and now it crashed. Awesome. Good. Okay, it's back. Okay. I'm just gonna go with keyboard, I think. Or can't I set it to auto? Okay, what is going on here? This is like not going well. Auto. Yeah. I might be okay. So gonna start a new game here. I put it on auto, so we'll see if this gamepad works. I just have a regular Xbox pad here. Sometimes I have difficulties with it. Like I've had problems with it disconnecting a lot. Not specific to this game, but just in general. So if I click in here, you're gonna let me play with this thing? I guess not. What the? First you Microsoft. Well, we'll play with the mouse, or mouse, that would be something, right? The keyboard. So we'll go through here. Okay, I'm getting some slowdown here. I should not be getting some slowdown. I mean, this is a pretty powerful device. Check my settings here. High performance. Okay, that's not running. So I guess I'll close out of Photoshop. Maybe that'll help. It's running okay at the moment. Maybe Photoshop did it. To be fair, I mean, I have like Photoshop open, a bunch of web browsers, and I'm trying to stream at 60 frames a second on a laptop. It's a pretty powerful laptop. That's still a lot for a laptop to do, you know? You live in Wales, Sega, Steven, that's cool. I'm not... I was about to say I know some other instances in the fan community, but I ain't trying to out anybody, even though it's probably public knowledge. I'm gonna do that anyway, just in case. Yeah, thanks for coming, Agnex. So I guess I should be using the I'm just like playing my regular self, or my regular way, and I should be using the drop dash. So I've got it here. Okay. So I actually need to try to break this thing, right? Okay. So after you bounce off an enemy, you still have the drop dash. And now here's an interesting one, right? So like I've charged at the drop dash, and I'm well, now I wrote it, but I bounced off this, charged up the drop dash, and then it shoots. But can I charge it up, then bounce, then drop dash? No. Okay, that's what I wanted. I just wanted to make sure there wasn't a bug there. So right now, it's the drop dash is mapped to just the regular jump button. So I just hold it after pressing jump for the super or insta shield, and yeah, thanks for stopping by, JT. Anyway, so the drop dash right now is mapped to the jump button, and I'm gonna show it off a different way as well, but we'll get to that. But right now I just want to kind of test it out and make sure it all works. And this drop dash has some added features compared to the one from Mania. As does Time Twisted, right? Because it has all that, it has curling, and we'll go over that in just a second. Some of you probably know from earlier, but for anyone who doesn't, we'll talk about it. So one thing you can't do in Mania, if I'm down here, you're bugging me. If I'm down here, I never really liked this little part of the level. Anyway, and I spin up. Oh, I didn't get enough juice. And I spin up here. You can see I did a drop dash when I landed. In Mania, you cannot do a drop dash from a roll. It has to be a jump. So here I can roll off the edge, do a drop dash. You can't do that in Mania. So that was actually something I just added earlier in the day. And it needs testing though, because hasn't been tested. So that's why I decided to do this impromptu stream to test it. Why is the camera in an airborne state after drop dashing? It's a good question. I don't have a good answer for it. These cutscenes, probably not this one as much because it looks all right, but the cutscenes overall are gonna get revamped a little bit. Mostly the ones I made. This one I'm actually a pretty big fan of. Like, I think this cutscene turned out pretty good. It looks pretty much like a Genesis era. This part, maybe the ocean could be a little better and maybe something in the sky, but otherwise I like it a lot. This part gets a little hairy right here where I take over. Those were all vectors in they're vectors in Illustrator. Just a big, I have vectors of all those should have tested the drop dash more there. It's probably fine though. I have vectors of all those shapes for all the characters and stuff. But the thing is, you know, they're pretty blocky. Because what I was going for is I was kind of trying to go for like a Cartoon Network type show where it would like all the characters would be pretty simplified into like their basic shapes. And so I made a lot like the edges are kind of angular and stuff. And, it's a little bit, and plus I'm not that great an artist, especially back then. So it was a little bit crudely implemented. Much better artist now, or at least I try harder. I don't know. Something like that. I don't have access to the drop dash now. I guess that would be a good time. So I guess in Mania, is that how it works too? Like if you don't have the drop dash, or if you have a shield, you can't use the drop dash? Anybody want to confirm that for me? I haven't played Mania that much, to be honest with you. I played every level from it. I beat the game, but that was 2017, like 5 years ago or something. Although I have been playing it lately, but still I don't remember all those specific kind of details. Hey ePlay Mania, why did I start to make Time Twisted 2.0? Well, it seemed like everybody wanted it. It seemed like we had built this community that perhaps would develop it. It was also necessary to port Time Twisted to 2.0 because 1.0 is being, or Game Maker Studio 1 is being completely abandoned, so it would, like, slowly Time Twisted wouldn't be playable anymore if we didn't port it, so that's part of the reason too. But yeah, we're gonna add, I think the layering's wrong there. You can see that that's part of one of the problems with 2.0 is the layering's wrong. Anyway, though, yeah, so getting back to the drop dash, we implemented it the one way, as I said, you know, as the jump button, but there's also an option in here, which I asked for. I guess I ended up implementing it at least partially, but, you know, I didn't do most of the work on this, so I'm definitely not trying to take all the credit. It's mostly JT Noob, and then Alex made this sweet menu. So just to show you, you can choose which option you want. You can have an Insta Shield, you can have the drop dash, you can have both. Don't choose this option ever. So if you choose both, then you can choose what type or how you want it to be triggered. And we have two options here. You can hold jump or you can press down twice. And so we'll set it to press down twice. I haven't actually tested this. So hopefully it works, or I'm really going to look like a jackass. It doesn't work. No! Why doesn't it work? That's no good. So we implement, well, that's why you test, right? So we implemented the drop dash, so when you press down twice, it does a drop dash. And you can press up to cancel. but I guess it doesn't activate when you have a shield. I guess they JT probably programmed it that way because that's how it kind of works in Mania, but we can make it better by mapping it to down and allowing the shields to be usable, the shield powers to be usable with the drop dash, even though the insta shield won't be able to. So that's probably a little change I'll make in a little while, because I don't really like that much that you can't do that. But for now, I have set it to down, press down twice, and so there we go. See, I press down twice. I'm not pressing jump, and you can tell that because I have the insta shield right, and I'm not hitting the insta shield before I drop dash. So I always thought that pressing down was a better place to put the drop dash, and it allows you to use the drop dash when you have a shield, or at least that's what I intended, but I'll have to go back and fix that. That's fine. It won't be hard. I think it's like one parameter. Am I not hitting this guy? I don't think I'm hitting him. Oh, okay. I don't, there should have been some kind of effect on him, like an inverse effect, so I think that's another thing that isn't working in 2.0 that we'll have to fix. So let me take a look at the comments here real quick. Hey Alex, thanks for joining. Alex K. Rulian. I'm sorry, but hopefully it's close. In Mania, you can't use the drop dash while you have a shield. Okay, so definitely another advantage of having it mapped to press down twice. Yeah, there are a few areas where Sonic will clip through the pixels or the ground kind of weird and stuff in this game, for sure. So, yeah, I'm just gonna keep playing for a little bit and testing this out. But I can talk about the game a little bit. I really don't remember these map layouts that well, though, because I would like to find a time post. So I made this future map. Most of the graphics, the remix graphics, Zocker made the tiles and stuff, and then I put that technology look over top of them that looks like circuitry or something. Then I made that weird thing in the cloud. Speaking of that, which that could probably be improved. I'll have to make a note of that, and maybe like that thing that I guess it's the little planet, right? Like way up there. That could be improved, and then it would look better when it was improved. So I'll probably take a screenshot of that at some point, or if somebody else wants to do it, take a screenshot. That can be something that, there we go, that somebody updates. We can even update this past one too, although I do like the look of this one better. It still could be better. It, like for a round planet, it looks a little flat. Like the islands look a little flat. It looks more like a disc with a bunch of planets on it than a sphere with a bunch of planets on it, kind of, if that makes sense. Maybe it's a flat Earth. Yeah, the dinosaur is still the old graphics because this isn't the right branch for the new graphics for the dino that Davo made. Davo's been doing a lot of graphics. Doing the whale, updating the whale a little bit, updating the dino a little bit. Maybe some other things, I don't remember though. So this level is actually made by the map layout. I put it together in the game, but the map layout, the tile layout, the level layout was done by somebody probably a lot of you know who goes by Shane or Sparks from Sonic Zero. So he did the first level here, the past, and then I based the future on it. So I like remixed the past into the future. Basically, sometimes in Time Twisted, I would take like the current time zone and then paste the opposite time zone's graphics over it, and then I would like remix the level. And then sometimes I'd just like make a whole new stage. It just depended on what I felt like fitted for best for that particular. Yeah, I knew I was gonna do that. Can I go down here? I guess. I mean, I can, but not right there. Too far. Gosh, I just don't use the drop dash very much, you know, because I'm just not used to it. But all the same, I think mapping it down, this is a nice place for the drop dash. Yeah. Yatch. These little pterodactyl things I drew. Can't catch them now. They're based off of, I think, drawings from Craig Stitt, Sonic 2 Badnik ideas. So I made them based off his drawings. If you look in the Sonic 2 development, you'll see a couple pterodactyls with like their wings spread in a very similar manner. Soccer made these little statues. I think they're based off something in Sonic the comic. Oh hey, I think yeah. Never mind. I'm not going to say that. Why did I go to the future? Oh well. Oh, I was trying to cheese it there. I really should be trying to break it more. So let me look at the chat again. Bye, Sega Steven. The Mario pipe noise when Sonic goes into the pipes. I don't know which pipes you're talking about. Oh, like the ones you can aim? Flashing object is hidden by the boss object. Oh, okay. Yeah. Yeah, we'd love to get that in. The archive piece still here. I think one of the next things I want to do is add that new shield, you know? Shields are fun. Honestly, the new level is probably the last thing I'll add. Like, I'm slowly working on the tiles, but I'm not going to show those off. But yeah, the shield is something that would be cool. A homing shield. Love to get that implemented. Yeah, gotta fix that. So I don't want to fix it now. Would you all leave if I tried to fix the homing or the drop dash? It's probably more trouble than it's worth. I'll just we really only need to test it. That's the one thing is like, okay, you drop dash and then you do an attack. Okay, so I would think that the shield attacks would still cancel the drop dash. So if I like do a drop dash right here and then I shoot with my fire shield ability, then the drop dash wouldn't happen. I was just thinking about like the consequences of allowing the drop dash when you have a shield with the double down. I actually want to make the double down default, but I think people will throw a fit. Hey, Score Bunny, how's it going? I think people would throw a fit if I made the drop dash. Look at this, don't you love that? You can use the shield power up while you're invincible. Never, like, why not? Maybe it was probably harder to program for the Genesis this way because it would have required more memory and stuff. Maybe? I don't know. I don't know enough about like Genesis. I mean, it's only one flag, right? I mean, the But then there's some logic that goes into that too. I was trying to figure out like was the Genesis, I'm sure, could definitely do it. It's just a matter of like, you know, having the space for it and everything. Recoding it. So one thing we're going to do is add a second hand to this, because really right now you just like wait for it to spin and jump on it, and then it has the one hand. But it would be cool if like sometimes it had one hand and then sometimes it used both hands when it had them. Like, so maybe it didn't directly go into this spinny stage. They're going to have to get closer to the center. The spinny mode, and it tried to do a two-handed chop, one at a time, like chop chop. That would be a good way to make this boss, both give this boss another phase, while also giving you an extra opportunity to attack. Which I think would be good. Because the boss is cool, but it gets a little boring after a while, you know? Wait, oh, I'm trying to drop dash the wrong way. I honestly wonder the consequences of just making both. Like, what if just the jump and pressing down was the drop dash instead of having the option for both? I think about that, too. The new zone's not ready yet, sorry. It's gonna be a city zone. It's probably gonna have, like, I'm thinking, like, Starlight Zone, really going with the influence there because I freaking love Starlight Zone. It's my favorite zone in Sonic 1, and it's one of my favorite zones in all of Sonic. So something kind of like that, but I think I'm gonna, like, draw some, like, ramps and stuff. Well, of course I'm gonna draw ramps. What I mean is, I think I'm gonna have the whole level be like, you know how, Starlight Zone is mostly made up of like, just like, platforms, I guess, for lack of a better word. Like, there's not a lot of solid ground, you just have platforms, and there's just like, I guess they're like roads, right? They're like supposed to be roads or something. But there's not a lot of like, it's like it's suspended in the sky. There's not a lot of like solid ground you're standing on. So that's kind of what I'm thinking for Metro Mile. So it can be kind of like a freeway stage almost with a city in the background. And there will probably be points where you have solid ground, but mostly it'll be like, oh, that was an L. But I guess I need to, okay, this is a good place to test it, right? What happens when you, yeah, I think that's fine. Like, the drop dash doesn't work if you're on ice. Okay, sure, that's fair. Just doesn't. If we have time, maybe we can go back and add a cute animation to it, like where he wipes out or something, without taking control away from the player, but we'll see. Yeah, but the drop dash is working pretty well. Pretty well with the double down, and pretty well with the jump up. Hey, friend. You guys know who Strife is? The creator of Freedom Planet. So they made, I think it's me. Anyway, they made those seal badniks for me a long time ago. Back before Freedom Planet was a thing, I think. They had this other game with these twins. It was like a little bit more Mega Man-like, but it was kind of like a mix of Mega Man and Sonic, if I remember right. It showed up at a few Sage Expos, and it was a pretty cool game. I liked it. I always thought it was one of the cooler things that came to Sage. Freedom Planet, like, I like parts of it, but some of the I really don't. Like, I guess the boss is kind of frustrating, but other than that, I think it's a cool game. Like the levels themselves. But the bosses do kind of bother me. I haven't tried the second one yet. So if you're in Score Bunny, I don't know if you're in the Discord server or not. But if you are, Melody or Hinchy, or Harmony and Friends, right? Harmony and Friends, aka Hinchy, the creator of the soundtrack, most of it anyway, posted a new song in there that we might use. I kinda, like, part of me though, like, wants to, and either way, Hinchy will do it, but kind of me, or part of me's like, you should use the Korg M1 and go really 90s with it, you know, with the songs. So this is another broken thing, is the angle of the snowboard is off most of the time now. I think this occasionally happened before, but not nearly as much. So that was kind of okay. Oh, god dang it! Now I'm doing the drop dash with the down, or with the double jump instead of down. Yeah, that's this seal right here is the one that Stripe made. If I recall, they made both versions. Alright. Do you prefer the past or the future in this zone? Oh yeah, another thing Dabo did was update the background graphics, but they're not updated yet. And I'm not gonna use all their updates, but I'm gonna use a lot of them. Low-key, I kind of like my original castle background pieces versus what they came up with, so they're not going anywhere. Although I may update them a little. But I'm gonna add, he redid the ice and some other things too, so. Redid the foreground too, honestly, but it doesn't look different enough for me to, like, care that much, and I'd have to redo all the tiles, so I probably won't do that. If I thought it was a good improvement, then I'd do it, but I don't really see that much of a difference. But the background changes I like, so we'll add those. Might be fun to do a snow effect in the second zone or something, or second act. This boss is going to get another attack too. I mentioned that in one of the other streams, but he's basically going to get an attack where he chomps in the air, rather than just coming on the ground. Bye, JT. Whoa. What just happened? Did that get janked for a second? Maybe the shaking of the camera interacted with the drop dash somehow? So, we have a problem with the drop dash where it was using the air camera, I guess. In addition to the, that's probably just a variable flip, but in addition to pressing down, need to work with shields. Okay, he's really, I haven't really been focusing that much on attacking him, so I can take him out too 2 goes, sometimes 3 if I'm unlucky or being cautious. But I haven't really been paying that much attention. Oh. Okay, you ready? You ready? You ready to die? There he is. All right. What's going on? It's crashing. I don't know how far I'm gonna get in this. Probably stop here shortly, actually. So yeah, I think Saturday we'll do a an early stream, maybe 11 again, like I used to. And we got some things to talk about, some things about Game Facts Special that happened that are pretty good. Yeah, that was weird pausing. My computer is struggling. It's streaming and it's got Game Maker open and it's running 3 screens in 4K and it's got the camera going. Like, there's a lot going on, so I don't really blame the game for that. It's a pretty powerful laptop, but I mean, that's a lot for a laptop, you know. 3 screens and all. I guess I could turn one of the screens off. That might help. I wonder what would happen if I do that. I'm gonna try it. Alright, now I only have 2 screens in 4K. So hopefully that's better. Let's keep going. Kind of just on autopilot. That's how I get with this game, because I made it. I just like, I barely even think about what I'm doing. That background could be better too. That would be a good one to kind of fix up. This is the part where you push this thing. Let's try something goofy here. It'd be better if that jump was a little further back. That'd be a nice place for a secret or something. Should have changed that. It's up there. Nothing. Be a good place for a secret. Make that ramp a little taller. Or I guess a little deeper. Bye, Score Bunny. Thanks for coming. Push. Couple of ring boxes. Oh, yeah. Rock shield. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Yay. Oh, what an L. Almost made it. Oh, and I can't even do the drop dash. Really? You can't drop? That's probably what I'm going to do after this. I'm going to fix that, submit that code, and then I'm going to merge that code pull request, I think. And we'll call the drop dash finished, and then maybe Saturday I'll demo the 4x3 mode and we can test that out a little bit. And then, like I said, the other feature I want to add is the shield. Like I said, I'll be doing the level will be the last thing I do because I can't give that away, right? Because like that'll be the thing that really interests everybody, aside from like the moves and stuff. So that's gotta go last. Whoa, 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 whoa. You little... So actually, that thing that just hurt me, that was made by Strife too. And these little goofy palm tree things and these two, they were made by a person named Vexer, and they made a game called Sonic Axiom. And then I made that background and those palm tree thingies that are hanging upside down, and the tiles and the grass in the background. So I'm gonna quick pause here for a second to read the chat. I won't run out of time or anything. The future version of this act gave me a lot of trouble when I was preparing 1.1.2. Is that right? Between the Sonic CD tunnels that left the player stuck behind the background and the rising water that sometimes would appear, it was really buggy. Yeah, that water gave me a lot of trouble too. I can relate to that when I originally programmed it. So yeah. I only got him twice. That sucks. You piece of... Should have hit him more. Should have hit him more, but this time I'll hit him more. Okay, I got a lot of hits on him, but I'm playing with the keyboard, so this is going to be kind of rough. Okay? You can't move as fast with the keyboard. I've got like a tiny little laptop keyboard I'm playing with here. Give me a little bit of credit, okay? I'm playing with a teeny tiny, like, doesn't even fit my fingers. Why is it pausing like that? I didn't get that many in. I got like 3 in. I'm gonna land. It's so hard to... Oh my god. It's like, it was like, you guys should see the size of this keypad I'm working with here. It's like, I can barely, like, my fingers, I'm pressing the sides, and like, I'm not even hitting the button, I'm hitting the 0 on the side instead. But I cheesed it. Hey, Alexis. I think that's how you say that. Thanks for coming. I cheesed it, though. That's how you cheese the boss, Alex. That's how. Of course, I could have done a lot easier if I had a better controller. Alright. And this boss is pretty easy. Okay, there's my guy with his space alien UFO projectiles. Yeah, gotta do some earlier streams for you guys out of, you know, on the, I guess this is the Western Hemisphere. Would it be the Eastern? Geography, man. On the other part of the circle thing. On the other part of the circle thing. 3 apps were updated. So, okay, so also apparently Adobe's updating apps in the background. So we've got the camera going, OBS going, video streaming in the background, stuff installing. Yeah, the game's 2 4K monitors going. Like, the game's running all right for all that going on, I think. Oops, wrong way. Got 3 in on him. 4, 5. I knew that would probably happen, but I risked it to try to get another attack in. Yeah. I was trying to hit him with the insta shield. I'm not even sure you can do that, but if you can't, you should be able to. Because that will be sweet. Yeah. Sweet. That's my favorite transition of the whole game right there. You're just like, okay, underwater or underground, boom, new level. I think that's the best one. I love these dinos. So, somebody, I want to say their name is Apricity, but they made a fan game a long time ago. I can't remember what it was called. But I used to help them out a lot. And so at one point they made it like, you might say mentor a little bit. I don't know. But anyway, they made that. They didn't make the dinosaur badnik for me, but they made the ostrich badnik, which is like the future version of that. And then I think I made the dinosaur badnik based off that, if I remember correctly. So hard to remember because it was so long ago, but I'm pretty sure that's how it went down. Yeah, you can definitely understand why people remember things different ways after making games and stuff, because I'm pretty sure I made that dinosaur badnik, but if he told me he did, I'd believe him if he was sure of it. Even though I'd be kind of like, are you sure I didn't? No, I'm sure I made that one. I'm sure I did. It's so hard to remember. I made the background. It's got parts of quadrants in it, and then the planet in the background is something I rendered in Maya. A planet I rendered in Maya, and then I drew that little thing in the background, the little blimp. The rocks I drew, and the foreground I drew, and the little cactuses. These things are actually by D-Light Years. Those bomb thingies. They're from Triple Trouble, but they're big versions. Well, okay, so maybe that was the drop dash that did that. So let's see. So I went back, and then I went at him again. Well, that's not right. So you just, and then you're F. You get stuck there and you're screwed. What? Okay. Good thing we got a lot of lives. Hey, Overbound, could you give me some tips for making tile works, or tile sets, I think you mean, for levels? I mainly struggle with arranging ground tiles. The patterns. Yeah, I mean, it's kind of just something you gotta learn. I do have a series, if you have access to Photoshop. On this channel, there's like a pixel art series that I did, which shows you how to use Photoshop for all those kind of things. So you could watch that. They're pretty old, and I'm kind of talking like this because I wasn't very confident at the time, but they're there and they're still very relevant. So you got to make like curved grass, and like you can make curved logs, like curved wood, like if you had trying to think of a level, but like you know how those big vine things, you can basically take tubes and curve them, I guess is what you're saying, into loops. Shows you how to make like a brick building in one episode I do, and some of those, most of those, well, no, some of those techniques are applicable to other programs, even if you don't use Photoshop. So you might watch that, but it just takes time. Everything, remember that everything's like 16 by 16 or 8 by 8 or it's all powers of 2, right? So that's also something you gotta remember. Yeah, that's weird. Was that always in Time Twisted? I don't remember that, but okay, is the game? I might have crashed again. Okay, it's good now. It's back. Okay, so yeah. Yeah, if you happen to take a note or remind me, I'll make GitHub issues for these. I'm not doing it right now for obvious reasons. Bum, 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 bum. Yeah. Hey, self-titled productions, thanks for coming. Playing a little Time Twisted, which is my game, if you happen to not know. New 64, welcome. I'm glad you and your friends are excited for Time Twisted 2.0. So this is actually where Metal Sonic absorbs all the UFO energy, right? All those UFO, and turns into metallics. A lot of people don't understand that's what happens there, but that's what it is. Basically, you can kind of think of those like UFO things as like robots with, but they're kind of like, I mean, they're large, but you can kind of think of them like nanites, like that they kind of work together as a team, so they can like rearrange things, both at the molecular level and larger levels too. I guess it's the same thing. But that's the kind of the idea behind those weird UFOs. Ooh. Smacked himself. Let's go, let's go. That's some speed. I probably could have kept it going if I had gone back into a roll. That would have been sweet. Then I'd have been all the way up there. So if I had, that is like sick. So if I could have been like curl, boom. Who designed this? Who designed this level? Oh my gosh. Hire this guy, Sega. No, I'm kidding. I don't even want to do that. I have to, like, go live in a tent if I worked at Sega. Not really, but... yeah. So I guess we'll get to the end of the level. Man, I want to get to the future, though. Isn't there a future post around here anywhere? I don't know where they are. Wait, I was gonna say, I have a feeling there's one coming up. I just had this, like, distant memory, because I haven't played this game since, like, 2017 very much. It's like, wait a second. I remember, yeah, okay, I remember this part. Let's go backwards for a little bit. Oh. What's this? Let's keep going backwards. So do these work? So like if I... Okay. I gotta get rid of this. Okay. So let's try the drop dash on some platforms. I went too far back. I made that Eagle Badnik there. That's one I did. Actually, all these graphics I did. I don't think there's anything really here made by anybody else except for Sega. Did the background, did the pipes. No, the pipes, they might be from... I think I reused them from... the pipes are the one thing I didn't do. The pipes are from Sonic Zero. They're, I think, from Tidal Tubes. I think. Okay, here's where. I wonder if it has any bearing at all. Yeah, it works good enough. Okay. Really like these green springs. Like, hey, just higher than a jump. Felt like they allowed me to do some things with the level design, even though they're just so simple. So, go around here. We're not too far from the boss now. This level I do remember pretty well. It's pretty memorable. I feel like, anyway. And it's pretty linear, too. Little cheat. Cheat that started as a bug. Because the thing is, at the top of that, there's supposed to be the kill flag, but it's not there, so you just get pushed through. And then one day I figured that out. I was like, I'm just leaving it. It's cool. Cheat. Okay, so I gotta beat this guy now? Alright, one. Okay. Oh, he's so hard, I can't beat him. You're terrible at a boss's Overbound. Can't beat him. You know, with like a tiny little keyboard. Now you can hit, okay, 3, 4, maybe have 4 hits on him, I don't know. Oh shit. Excuse me. I should have kept my mouth shut. But I was playing pretty recklessly, to be fair, right? I gotta save my ego there. I died. Can I not get up there? Am I going the wrong way? What's going on? What the... I guess this is the way. This is the way. Got lost. No, this isn't the way. I'm lost in my own game. What's going on? Oh my gosh. Okay. Alright, I got it. I got it. Just relax. Nobody mention this again. So I thought that jump was makeable though. Like what? I guess you gotta like spin up there. Now can I land that? I can't remember if that comes down far enough. Okay, it does. Wasn't sure if I made it, so you had to like. That almost looks solid. This will probably be the last level I play. We'll beat that boss. Ooh. You know, that's what I forgot. That's why I put that here, so you can cheese him. Yeah, now I ain't even gonna beat him fair. I ain't even gonna prove my smack. My smack talk. I'm excited to do a show on Saturday though, provided I don't get sick. Girlfriend's flu right now, so yeah.
could happen to me. But the good thing was I took a bunch of vitamin D and ate a bunch of raw garlic for like 3 straight days. So probably won't get sick because that usually works, but we'll see. Okay. Kind of feel like quitting now. I feel like we've tested this enough. I gotta make that change. Holy smokes, it's 7:10 and I want to work on some things here. We're calling it. We're calling it. You guys want to say Chaos Emerald Syndrome. Thanks for coming. Yeah, Overbound. Sorry for asking too much, but I'm practicing how. Oh, okay, I already read that. Oh no. Okay, that is a different one. Let me read it then. I'm practicing how to make backgrounds correctly. And any advice? I mean, again, look at those tutorials I made. They'll kind of show you the way. Backgrounds happen in layers, so you want parallax layers. So like a layer of clouds, a layer of grass, and you really just have to look at the sprites and see how they're made. Yeah, I made this grass right here. That was my one contribution. And I think adjusting the layer, the tiles to yellow and stuff, so it didn't look exactly like zero in the background. I guess I made a lot in this level. Just like thinking, and then the sparks made the rest. Anyway, yeah, you just gotta work at it, man. Yeah, a lot of people seem to like this music, Chaos Emerald Syndrome. It's a nice song. It's not my favorite though. That would be Planetary Panic. An Attraction Attack Zone, probably. Both future and past for those. Yeah, Lexi, I mean, there's tons of people in the Bounty Game Dev Discord that are great with pixel art, better than I am by far in some cases. So you can hang out there too in the showcase chat. Everybody's always talking pixel art. So yeah, that's another good place to go. And the link is down below in the description of YouTube. All right, there. Yeah. Tidal tubes and the last zone are my favorite bangers. Cool, Chaos Syndrome. Or Chaos Emerald Syndrome, sorry. Shortening your name. Yeah, guys, I think we'll call it there. I'm going to make those changes to the drop dash, and then I'm going to push that if there are no objections, Alex. I'll probably let you guys review it one more time, just if you want to look at you and JT. And then we'll push that and call the drop dash finished. So that'll be feature 1 in Time Twisted 2.0. Next up, we've got 3.4 or 3 by 4 mode, and the homing shield, I think, is the next sort of low-hanging fruit that I think would be good to get in there. Definitely want to get the time attack in there as well, though, so that's another thing to consider. Yeah. There are no last words. I think I'll call it there, and we'll take it out the usual way we do, as we always do with this show, with a nice little tune. And I'll come back in a minute for a last word. Until then.
some people just get lucky, and I feel like that's me, because I've been pretty blessed to have people like Alex and Vector Satire and Noah, Sparks, Splifia, and Mercury. Did I say Mercury already? And Dimension Warped and the Amnesian way back in the day. I've been blessed to have a lot of help from those guys over the years, and I'm getting help from y'all in this new community we're building too. So pretty blessed overall. I'm pretty lucky. Thank you all. Can't say enough nice things about you. Yeah, until next time, have a good night.